Good morning, students. Our today's topic in the subject of mathematics O levels is finding ratios. So, first, the definition of the ratio. A ratio is used to compare the quantities of two or more sets of objects. An example is here. There are two red apples and three green apples. The ratio of the number of the red apples to the number of the green apples is. The important thing in this topic is you have to be very careful about the wording of the question. So the thing which is coming first in the question should be written first, and the thing which is discussing or which is coming later in the question should be written later. If you mix the values, question will be wrong. So be careful now. The ratio of the number of the red apples to the number of the green apples. So look, red apples is coming first and green apples later. So we will write the number of the red apples first and the number of the green apples after that. The ratio of the number of the green apples to the number of the red apples is. Now look in this statement, green apples is coming first. So we will write the number of the green apples first and the number of the red apples later. So we have to be very careful about the wording of this statement. The thing which is coming first should be written first, and the thing which is coming later should be written later. So do not confuse the things, do not overlap the values. So some more points are there. Ratios do not have units. We read the ratio 2:3 as 2:3. We read the ratio 3:2 as 3:2. This symbol, we use this symbol. This double dot symbol is the ratio symbol. Here is another question. Mrs. Tan bought 3 kg of the longanians and 5 kg of the mangoes. The ratio of the mass of the longanians to the mass of the mangoes. So look, longanians are coming first. So the number of the longanians will be written first. And mangoes are coming later. So the mass of the mangoes will be written later. So 3:5. The only thing which is important in this question is units must be same. So look at the unit of the question first. If the unit are same, then there is no problem. Write the numbers. But if units are different, so the first requirement to solve the question will be to make the unit first, to make the units same first. So this will be the requirement. But in this question, units are same, that is kg. So we will write the numbers directly. So this is the thing you have to be care about. Here is another example. The two ribbons below are divided into equal lengths. So these are divided into equal lengths. The ratio of the length of the ribbon A to the length of the ribbon B is. So look, ribbon A is written first. So the number 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will be written first. And length of the ribbon B is coming later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 will be written later. So the ratio is 4:7 of the question. Another example is here. There are 20 children at a playground. If 7 of them are girls, find the ratio of the number of the boys to the number of the girls. So total children are given and girls are given. So first we will find the number of the boys. That will be 20 minus 7. So 13 are the boys. Now the requirement is find the ratio of the number of the boys to the girls. So look, boys are coming first. So the number of the boys, that is 13, will be written first. And then the girls are coming later. So the number of the girls, that is 7, will be written later. So this is the answer of the question, 13:7. So the ratio of the number of the boys to the number of the girls is 13:7. Another question is here. there were 5 red marbles and 2 green marbles in a bottle. Ben put 4 green marbles into the bottle. So 4 more green marbles. Already the bottle has 2 green marbles. So after putting 4 more green marbles, there will be 6 green marbles. Find the ratio of the number of the green marbles to the total number of the marbles in the bottle now. So the green marbles in the bottle are now 2 plus 4, that is 6, because 2 were already there and 4 more marbles were put into the bottle. So in total there are 6 green marbles now. And the total number of the marbles in the bottle now are 5 plus 2 plus 4. So that will be equal to 11 total marbles. Now the requirement is find the ratio of the number of the green marbles. So green marbles are coming first. So the number of the green marbles will be written first, that is 6, to the total number of the marbles. So total number of the marbles are coming later, and the total number of the marbles are now 11 in the bottle. So the required answer is 6 to 11. And other question is here. The length of the string A is 2 by 5 of the length of string B. A part, find the ratio of the length of string A to the length of string B. So draw models to represent the information, because length of the string A is 2 by 5 of the length of the string B. So it means string A is actually having 2 and string B is actually having 5 equal parts. So A part, find the ratio of the length of string A to string B. String A is coming first, so the number of the string A will be written first, that is 2, and string B is coming later, so the number of the string B, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will be written later. So 2 to 5 is the answer of A part. Now B part, find the ratio of the length of the string A to the total length of the both strings. So string A is coming first, so the number of the string A will be written first, and the total length of the both strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 will come later in the ratio. So 2 to 7 is the answer of B part. Here is another question. The ratio of the volume of the water in container A to the volume of the water in container B to the volume of the water in container C is the requirement. So look now, all three containers are having the capacity of 1 liter. So this will be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and 1. So it means a 1 sign representing 0.1 liters of the water. Okay, now come to the question. The ratio of the volume of the water in container A to the volume of water in container B to the volume of the water in container C. So actually the difference in this question is now 3 quantities are actually involving. So the thing which is coming first should be written first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It means this is 0.4 ratio. Then coming container B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 0.8 will be written in the middle. Then double dot, that is ratio. And finally the volume of the water in the container C. So 1, 2. So 0.2 will be written in the last. So 0.4 ratio 0.8 ratio 0.2 will be the answer. But another important technique that will be applied in this question, you have to give the answer in the most simplest form. So this answer will not be in simplest form. So some numbers will be deducted. So cancel the numbers in the same table. So come now, I'll teach you how to write the answer. So look now, because volume of A to volume of B to volume of C was the requirement. Volume of A was 0.4 liters, volume of B was 0.8 liters, and volume of C was 0.2 liters. If you leave the question over here, some marks will be deducted because this question can be solved further. So look now, point will be removed in all three quantities. So same values are 10 in the denominator in all three values. So these will be cancelled, leaving behind 4 ratio 8 ratio 2. Now cancel them in the same table if possible. So yes, these all three values are coming into the table of 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, and 2 1s are 2. So this is the most simplest form of this question. So this is the answer. Here is another question. A triangle and a rectangle is given. The requirement is find the ratio of the breadth of the rectangle to the length of the rectangle. Okay, breadth of the rectangle is 4, ratio length of the rectangle is 12. So 4 ratio 12 will be the answer. And you will simple the values. So 2 2s are 4 and 2 6 are 12. So and then 2 1s are 2 and 2 3s are 6. So 1 ratio 3 will be the answer. I'll solve it on the board as well after teaching you. The second part is the ratio of the perimeter of the rectangle to the perimeter of the perimeter of the triangle to the perimeter of the rectangle. So the perimeter of the triangle is sum of the outer boundaries, that will make 18 plus 6 24. So 24 will come first because triangle is in the first is coming first, and later the rectangle is coming. So the perimeter of the rectangle will be 16 2s are 32. So 32 will come later. So 24 ratio 32, and you will cancel the values into the same table. That will give you the answer. Okay, the third part is the ratio of the area of the triangle to the area of the rectangle. The formula for the area of the triangle is 1 by 2 into base into height. So this 90-degree angle, actually adjacent sides are height and base. So 1 by 2 into 6 into 8, that will make 8 3s are 24. So 24 is the area of the triangle, that will come first into the area of rectangle. The rectangle's area is length into breadth. So 12 4s are 48. So 48 will come later, and then you will have to solve. So look at the question. Now we will solve it on the board to make our concepts more clear. Okay, students, in first part, we were required to find the ratio of the breadth to length. So the breadth was in the rectangle 4, and ratio and length was 12. So now cancel these values into the same table to give the answer in the simplest form. So 4 1s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So 1 ratio 3 is the answer. Okay, in B part, we were required to find the ratio of the perimeter of the triangle to the perimeter of the rectangle. So perimeter of triangle to the perimeter of rectangle. So the perimeter of the triangle was in total 18 plus 6 24, and perimeter of the rectangle was 12 6 32. So now we will cancel the values into the same table. These two values are coming in the table of 8. So 8 3s are 24 and 8 4s are 32. So this is the simplest ratio of the B part. Now C part is the requirement. In C part, the ratio of the area of the triangle to the area of the rectangle was the requirement. So area of the triangle to the area of rectangle is the requirement. So the area of the triangle will be 1 by 2 into base into height. So 3 8s are 24. And area of the rectangle formula is length into breadth. So 12 4s are 48. Okay, now cancel the values into the same table. So in the table of 12, these values are coming. So 12 2s are, so in the table of 24, these two values are coming. So 24 1s are 24 and 24 2s are 48. So these are the simplest answers. So you have to solve the question up to this step to get the full marks. Otherwise, numbers will be deducted if you leave the answer in not simplest form. So this is the thing, students. Another type of the question in this lecture may come of the form write each ratio in simplest form. So this may be the statement of some questions. So here some values will be given. If you want to solve any question, so the thing that is required in this type of the question will be cancel the values in the same table as maximum as possible, and then you will stop where the values will not come in the same table. So that step will be the most simplest form. So come now, I'll solve it on the board. That will be more clearer for you. So look, students, I have put two questions on the board. One is 30 to 25 and second is 18 to 42 to 54. So these are two different questions and the requirement is write the questions in the simplest form. So the thing that will be required to give the answer will be cancel the values in the same table. For example, this question is these two values are coming in the table of 5. So 5 6 are 30 and 5 5s are 25. If you look at these two values now, these two values are not coming in the same table now. So 6 ratio 5 means 6 to 5 is the answer. So if you look at these values now, so these three values are coming in the table of 3. So look now, 3 6 are 18, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 3 8s are 24. Still these three values are coming in the same table of 2. So 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14 and 2 9s are 18. But if you look now, these three values are not coming in the same table now. So this is the most simplest form of the question.